Okay, this is SOL A.2. The student will perform operations on polynomials, including applying the laws of exponents to perform operations on expressions, adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing polynomials, and factoring first and second degree binomials and trinomials in one or two variables. Graphing calculators will be used as a tool for factoring and for confirming algebraic factorizations. So this is a big SOL with a lot in it. So you'll definitely see several questions coming from this one. Okay, simplify the expression. Remember, when you have this, you're treating integers just like you always do. So we divide 21 divided by 3 is 7. And then anytime you have a negative exponent, move it to the opposite place to make it positive. So that x to the 6 is actually going to go to the denominator. Already had an x squared there, now we have an x to the 6 to make it positive. Y to the 6 can stay. And then y to the negative 8th is in the denominator, so to make it positive I'm going to move it to the numerator. Now remember, when you are multiplying, the exponents are being added. So 7y to the 14th divided by x to the 8th. And that would be your final answer. Again, remember, a way to check your answer would be to type this into your calculator exactly as you see it with parentheses, and then type your final simplified answer and whatever number your calculator is giving you. It doesn't matter, it could be something weird. Okay, should be the same for both. Okay, again, simplifying the expression. Don't forget that if you have an exponent outside of the parentheses, you need to make sure you distribute the exponent to each term inside. So we end up with 2 squared, and power raised to a power we multiply. So 2 times 2, a to the 4th, and then b squared, times 3ab cubed c all over 4a to the 4th, b to the 8th, c squared. So now we have 2 squared is 4 times 3, so that's 4 times 3 is 12. A to the 4th times a to the 1st becomes a to the 5th. B squared times b cubed also becomes b to the 5th, and then c all over 4a to the 4th, b to the 8th, c squared. 12 divided by 4 leaves me with 3. A to the 5th over a to the 4th leaves me with 1a. B to the 5th divided by b to the 8th is going to give me b cubed in the denominator, and then c over c squared leaves me with a c in the denominator. So that would be D. Even though it's multiple choice, I do recommend that you write it out yourself and then see if your answer matches one that's there. Okay, again, when I have an exponent outside of the parentheses, make sure you distribute. So we get 15x to the negative 6 over 3x to the 12th. Okay, negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. 15 divided by 3 leaves us with 5. And x to the negative 6 can move to the denominator to become positive. So you end up with 5 over x to the 18th. Okay, if the dimensions of a rectangular soccer field can be represented as 3x plus 11 and 2x plus 3, what is the area of the field? Remember, area is length times width, and we have both of those, so we're just going to multiply 2x plus 3 times 3x plus 11. When we did this, we learned either to FOIL or set up your boxes. So 3x plus 11 and 2x plus 3. Okay, now 2x times 3x is 6x squared. 2x times 11 is 22x. 3 times 3x is 9x, and 3 times 11 is 33. Then we have to make sure we combine like terms, so you get 6x squared plus 31x plus 33. So that would be A. And again, I recommend you doing it yourself, then looking at the option choices. So make sure you're really using that scratch paper and writing everything down. Okay, so we have tiles and we're modeling expressions. It says Katrina's resulting model is the following. I would recommend that you first write this algebraically, then see which of the answers ends up solving to that same thing. So because we have 3 white boxes, that's positive 3x squared. We have 7 of these, that's minus 7x. And then 2 of these, so plus 2. So then I would just go through and see what you end up with. 2x squared plus x squared is 3x squared. Negative 4x plus negative 3x is minus 7x. Negative 6 plus 4 is minus 2. So notice that's really, really close, but not quite. 4x squared minus x squared. Do not forget that this has to distribute to every single one. 4x squared minus x squared is 3x squared. Negative 2x minus 3x is negative 5x. And I can go ahead and stop there because already it doesn't match. C, again, we're multiplying out. You can draw the boxes. This time I'll foil. So 3x squared minus 6x minus x plus 2. Well, negative 6 minus 1 becomes 3x squared minus 7x plus 2. So that does match. I would double check the last answer just to make sure. Okay, factoring example. So which of the following could represent one of the factors of the expression? The coefficient, notice, is greater than 1, so we are going to slide and divide for this example. So take 3, slide it to negative 8, t squared minus 10t minus 24. And then we're looking for factors of negative 24 that add together to give you negative 10. So that would be careful here because you're tempted to say negative 6 and negative 4, but that would give you positive 24. So it's actually going to be negative 12 and positive 2, okay, because that'll give you negative 24 and negative 10. So then you get t minus 12 times t plus 2. But be careful because you slid the 3, so now you have to divide by 3. 12 divided by 3 becomes t minus 4, and then bottoms up, this becomes 3t plus 2. So it is C, not A, because that's t plus 4. Okay, remember, even though we get 2 factors, because it's multiple choice, only one of them is going to be an answer choice. Okay, when factored completely, identify the factors of this polynomial. When you see this, and you see these numbers, remember, I want you to ask yourself, will one of those go into all 3 terms? 9 will not go into 39 or 30, but 3 will go into every single one. So if we factor out a 3, 9x squared divided by 3 leaves you with 3x squared. 39x divided by 3 is 13x, and then minus 10. Okay, so you know that you're going to go ahead and click that one because 3 is a factor of this. Okay, then from here we're going to have to slide and divide. So take 3, move it to the 10. From here, since you already know 3, you can just go ahead and focus on this part. X squared minus 13x minus 30. Factors of negative 30 that when added together give us negative 13. Okay, so again, you're tempted to say 3 and 10, but negative 3 and negative 10 would give you positive 30. So be careful, because it's actually going to be negative 15 and positive 2. So again, x minus 15, x plus 2, And then, because we slid the 3, we have to divide by 3. And we get x plus 5 and 3x plus 2. So then you would click this one, and you would also click this one. And so just those 3 would mean you would get this question correct. Okay, last one in this section. Which polynomial is equivalent to this division? So remember, see the 5, we're going to slide and divide so that we can factor and then divide by 5n plus 4. So take the 5, slide it over, n squared plus 19n plus 60. Okay, and then I'm looking for factors of 60 that add to 19. Okay, don't forget, if you can't think right away, of what the factors would be, just start listing them out. So 6 and 10, no, that's not going to give it to me. 20 and 3, no. 15 goes in 4 times. Well, 15 plus 4 is 19. So it's okay if you can't think of it right off the bat. Just start making yourself a list. So then you get n plus 15, n plus 4. Make sure you divide by 5 since we slid it in the beginning. And you end up with n plus 3, and bottoms up, 5n plus 4. Okay, so now remember, this was a division problem, so now we are dividing by 5n plus 4. And then that is going to cancel. So this polynomial now factored, divided by 5n plus 4, leaves us with n plus 3. Okay, and actually from the beginning, because this was a plus 12, and you had a positive number here, and a positive number here, you might have realized that it had to be plus, so it had to be that from the beginning. Okay, and that's it for this one.